Well, hello, and thanks for joining us for another Stories of Great Christians. Well, try this take two. It didn't work too well yesterday, so we're gonna do it again, see if it comes out. Take a listen, pull up a chair for a friend, and hit subscribe. Here we go. William Borden, Chapter 2 of 24.
You understand that I haven't got a thing against religion, Frank. We Bordens enjoy a long history of religious heritage. It's just that I think William spends quite a bit of time reading the Bible. That kind of business.
Don't worry about a thing. You give young William one summer on my farm, lots to occupy his time, and I guarantee you won't even recognize your student son when he gets back to Chicago.
Now, remember, Frank, William's only 12 years old. I don't want him to take on too much. He's a great one for working alongside of the help.
Didn't I just say, don't worry? I'll treat him as my own son.
I'm sorry, Frank. It's just that William's got so many interests. He's unpredictable.
All boys William's age are.
Not in the way you mean, Frank. I'm talking about his religious bent. On the one hand, I think it's unusual for him to be so taken up with the Bible. How many boys at 12 are like that?
I don't know one.
But, on the other hand,
What is it?
well, I just can't say it's wrong. He comes up with a lot of really intelligent comments, above his own age, I'd say. Now, if I were inclined to make religious sounding statements, I'd say that God was moving William. God was moving. Naturally, I don't want to discourage that.
We greet our friends everywhere with Chapter 2 of This One Thing I Do, the story of William Borden. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago. William Borden, son of a Chicago millionaire, started his short life with work for Christ. At the age of 12, spending a summer on his uncle's farm in Indiana, his dedication to God and his capacity for hard work were becoming evident.
That's the second time today I've heard that sound. What is it, Uncle Frank?
That's old McKinley's mill.
Mill?
That's right. A sawmill, actually. And a box factory. They slice up wood and make strawberry boxes, for example.
I've never seen a mill. Could I go over and visit?
I don't see why not. Just don't get in the way. Men keep busy over there and might not appreciate interruptions.
I'll be careful, Uncle Frank.
Oh, William, you promised the groom you'd help him with the horses.
I finished brushing them before lunch.
All right, then. You can go. I suppose if we go outside, we might see him coming up the road.
It'll be good to see William again.
Yes, it will.
The hardest job I've had all summer was keeping Mary from getting into the carriage and coming down here to the farm.
Oh, dear, please.
I know. Mothers are that way. William's a fine boy, Mary. Makes me wish he was my son.
May we go out now?
Huh? Oh, of course. Here, let me get the door. After you, Mary.
Thank you, Prince. Y esa para el sol ese bride.
You remember that little
No.
talk we had back at the beginning of the summer?
Oh, Frank.
William's religious activity?
Mm-hmm. I remember it.
Well,
You might be raising a minister, you know. He spent all morning doing a day's worth of work for the groom, and all afternoon up at McKinley's sawmill working for him.
but
Now, don't jump to conclusions. do all that. It was his idea and his alone. He himself doesn't seem to suffer a bit. Let's see. He's growing up into a husky lad.
And what about his religious pursuits?
Well, that's why I mentioned it. You might be raising a minister. Even with all the work he insists on doing, I've seen him spend time early in the mornings, again late at night, reading his Bible. Puts me to shame, the way he knows that book, and the way he talks about God. I think what you said at the beginning of the summer's true.
Well, what was that?
About his looking after things of the Spirit. You said it was unnatural. I think I'd say it's supernatural.
Well, you've seen the whole of Hill School now. You think it's worth coming all the way to Pennsylvania?
Frankly, Dr. Meigs, I was in favor of bringing William here before this trip.
We've heard so many fine things about Hill School. I'm sure William will be very happy here.
We try to instill in our boys not a superficial happiness, Mrs. Borden, but a fullness of happiness.
So we've heard. You'll find that William has already dedicated his life to the service of God.
And we shall strive to mature that decision. We've had lads who have found decisions easier to make than to keep. We want to help them especially.
I don't think that kind of thing will even cross your mind after you've watched William for a few days. But I know I've been the hardest one of all to convince.
Well, that's good to hear, Mr. Borden. As you know, at Hill School, we introduce our scholars to as manly and straightforward a choice of Christ as pattern and master and Lord as we can.
Your position is well known to us, Dr. Meigs, and shared. Our hope is that you'll continue to prepare William for his life's work, whatever that may be. I feel that it's time he sought a little more balance in his activities, but I'm sure you can see to that.
At Hill, we want you young men to know that the test of a boy's religious life is what he is and what he does when he's not on his knees in prayer, not reading his Bible. What he is when he's not listening to great preachers, not participating in religious meetings.
Well, Bill, what do you think?
About what?
About what Dr. John was just saying.
I think if that's the way everybody here is, I'm really going to like Hill.
I've never been to a place before that had chapel all the time. They really mean it around here when they say you have to be a Christian all the way.
I don't know. I didn't know that there really was any other way.
Huh? Oh, well, sure. Of course. I just meant...
Let's go up to 2-4 and see what kind of room we have.
Good idea. I'm sure glad your folks didn't come down here with you, like all those other kids.
Why's that?
Well, mine didn't either. And if yours had, I wouldn't have had anyone to talk to. Isn't it a good thing that we're roommates?
Let's go find our room. Our new home should be somewhere up at the top of these stairs.
Sure should. Number 4, huh?
That's right. Oh, wrong way. Here it is.
Say, looks nice, all right. Almost nicer than my room at home.
Which side of the room would you like?
Oh, it doesn't make any difference to me. Why don't you choose?
One side looks as good as another. Solid comfort. I'll take this bed.
Bill,
Uh-huh.
can I ask you something?
Sure, Eugene.
Just a minute.
What's the big secret?
Oh, it's no secret or anything like that. I just didn't want... Oh, no.
What was it you wanted to ask me, Eugene?
How old are you?
Is that the question? I'm 14. Why?
Me too. Ever been away from home before? I mean, for a long
spent a few summers on my uncle's farm, if that counts.
Well, I've never even done that. Bill, I already feel funny about being away from home. My father said I'd feel more like a man and that I wouldn't mind it so much if they didn't come here with me.
Look at it this way, Eugene. For at least this year, you and I are the only family we have. Let's start getting to know each other rather than thinking about missing our folks at home.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
It's the only thing to do. Why don't you start off by telling me all about yourself? And then, if it isn't time to go to dinner, I'll tell you all about me. Okay, I'll get that door.
Oh, I think every time I fall on this bed, I'll never get up again.
It makes two of us. I think I could do a decent amount of work and not feel much strain. This school is costing me about 3 pounds a week.
You talk like an Englishman.
You know what I mean. I mean in pure weight. In less than 5 minutes, I shall arise from this most comfortable of places and go to supper.
With your roommate.
True. And after a very fine meal, I shall return and attend to the thrilling choice of whether to study chemistry, English, history, French, Greek, or Bible history.
Oh, don't even mention it. It'll spoil my appetite.
Of course, once the decision as to what to study is made, I have the fun of deciding in what order I shall study all the rest of them. Oh, torture. This evening holds one pleasure, one moment when it's all worth the effort.
Really? When's that?
That is the precise moment when you and I put our combined knowledge of geometry together and draw a straight diagonal line through the square on the calendar that holds today's date and consider it gone forever. What's that? Somebody over by the window?
It's just me, Bill. I couldn't sleep.
Oh, what's the matter, Gene? Don't you feel well?
Oh, I feel fine, Bill. Yeah. Didn't need to get up.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Oh, I'm just looking up at the sky.
Hmm?
You know, Bill, when we studied here this semester, I sure didn't think much about God. This school, the really swell teachers here, and you, Bill, all the things that I used to just talk about, I'm really getting to believe them.
I know, Gene. I've just been waiting.
Waiting? For what?
For the day when we can start reading the Bible together here in the room.
You know, there was a time I would have thought that was really a queer thing to do.
No.
Now, isn't God great?
He certainly is, Gene. He certainly is. And wouldn't you like to know his son, Jesus Christ, too? Know him as I do?
And so we conclude Chapter 2 of This One Thing I Do, the story of William Borden. This is another in the series, Stories of Great Christians, and comes to you from the radio studios of the Moody Bible Institute in Chicago.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Chapter 2 of William Borden. There's many more to come. So tune in next weekend for Chapter 3 on Saturday and Chapter 4 on Sunday. We'll see you then. Until then, may the Lord bless and keep you, and may he make his face shine upon you, and may he be gracious to you, and may he turn his face toward you and give you and your family peace. The peace that passes all understanding, especially in these days. Well, till next time, God bless.